Nobody, no crime. Well, not on my time. Eyes are watching, giving victims a voice. Raise your voice from Delphi to Camden, and there will be no more botching. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an alibi if you collect evidence in red solo cups. If your expert says it just did, you might have a problem. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an alibi.
Hello. Good evening. Good morning. Technically, it's both. We are doing a late night stream. Why? Because I cannot sleep. So we are just going to go ahead and go live. I was watching Jolene. I laughed so hard. And then I was watching Expert. And watching his reaction to the Lauren Matthias stuff, which he hasn't seen before, was hilarious. So I wanted to go ahead and go live on a certain topic that happened today that outraged me, and I know a lot of you probably feel the same if you've heard. But first of all, let me see who is here and check in with you guys. Shane, how are you? Working Nights says, I cannot believe this. I am assuming you're talking about the topic that we're going to be discussing tonight. Tammy, how are you? Good morning from Colorado. All right. Good morning, people, says Rosebud. After 1 a.m. in Chicago, but I have to hear this. Yeah. It's awful, in my opinion. Hello, Donna. How are you? Hello. How are you? Hello, Nix. How are we? Note, Justin Bustin has a GoFundMe. I know. So we're going to be talking about Justin Aylaian tonight. And hello, a lesser girl. So fun fact, I just found out how to pronounce your name as you told me what it was about. You are not a lesser girl. I was thinking it was something to do with like Alessi from the trial. So I was thinking that, but I was wrong. But also, no, you're always enough. Hi, the Laura J. How are you? Hello. Happy late night. So as many of you know, I did a lot of fundraising with Mazza and did my own fundraising for the Kelsey Fitzsimmons case, and felt very passionately about that case, and still do. Fortunately, she was acquitted, but okay, Alessi's girl. Okay, that makes sense. All right, cool. And I went up to Massachusetts for the trial to be able to be there in person and all of that. So I got to see all of the characters in the courtroom and outside the courthouse, all of that, and feel very strongly about a lot of the participants in what happened to her. So I know you guys remember all of that. Thank you so much. Just telling everyone to remember to hit the thumbs button, subscribe, and help Lauren out. It's all free. It is free. And I think I'm only like 30 something away from 4,000. So that's very exciting. So yes, share this. Hopefully, we'll get some more people coming in that are new to the channel and can join our tribe. Our tribe, if I can speak. We have a great community here, so we are growing and it's awesome. So let's see here. Hi, Rye. How are you? Turtle Boy said he's not doing next show at the Wilbur because of some connection with Justin and the Aylaian family. Yes. So I didn't hear this specifically tonight because I was back and forth between both streams. However, I picked up on that a couple weeks ago. And I think, more will come out when it's supposed to come out. But again, these people have connections to people. In my opinion, they're vile people. We have seen that. Look at this. You guys are with some jewels. Thank you. Thank you so much. We love it. We love all that. So for instance, we know there was some kind of connection to the judge. We don't know if it was Noonan or Justin's family. We just don't know. But they had connections to the Stowe Police Department. They were doing drive-bys and all this surveillance for months for absolutely no reason. So these people have pull in the area. So yes, they are scumbags, in my opinion. And we had something that clearly showed us that the other week when Justin's sister came into Kelsey's Facebook page, Justice for Kelsey Fitzsimmons, and posted Justin's GoFundMe link. It was insane. Like the amount of audacity that one has to have to come into Kelsey's page and post that. First of all, we're going to laugh you right out of there. That's insane. Also, whatever. Why did it take you so long? Like the whole thing is insane. But it says Lauren, don't believe that shit. His focus is on the golf tournament. Yeah, no, I know, but he has mentioned comments about there is some kind of a connection. But he was just saying, I think, that wasn't going to be a place. I don't know. I'll have to listen to it exactly, but I have picked up on little things he said here and there and put the connection together myself. I didn't specifically hear what he said tonight. But that confirms everything that I have been thinking for quite a while now. So, let's see. But yes, I'm sure his focus right this second is the golf tournament, but he does need to do other things and he can sell it out and he can have a good time and make money for his defense, which he's going to need. So anyways, yeah, I believe he did say something to that. I just don't know. I didn't hear exactly. I caught the tail end of it going back and forth from different streams. But anyways, I think everyone is right. So let's keep our focus on Justin and his smarmy little family. So what they have done, besides come in with the audacity to post his link of his Gistango on Kelsey's page. Okay, he said he wasn't going to wait to say anything right now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure all of that will come out in time. But yeah. Anyways, no, you're fine, Shane. Everything's good. And that's the beauty of having a chat is because somebody can hear something and take it just a little bit different, but also we can kind of, balance off of each other and learn things from how everybody views and hears things too. So it's totally fine. But yes, the arrogance of I believe it was Ashley who came in and posted that, which is par for the course for this family of everything that we've seen. I mean, it's just gross. So today, we got word, and many of you may have seen it from an article. Well, it wasn't even really an article. It was a well written, like all of Gator Boy's things are, stating that basically the investigation into Justin and any wrongdoing that he may have committed is over, and he is now welcomed back to work from the North Andover Fire Department. So I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of outrage. I have a lot of things to say. It makes no sense to me. Let's see here. Okay. So what's up, Jen? How are we? We are just talking about the aliens and the fact that they have welcomed him back to work. So my question is this, are they trying to gaslight the public? Because we all saw what we saw. We saw multiple videos of him smoking something, a substance, right? Now, I don't care. I could care less if someone smokes weed. Doesn't offend me whatsoever. That's neither here nor there. But when you sign up to be a firefighter, and I don't know if this is how it is in every state, but in Massachusetts, you can't even smoke even nicotine. And that is per their policies and regulations. So whether, you view whatever it's for this case, he signed up, he knew exactly what he was getting into, that he couldn't smoke cigarettes, he couldn't smoke anything else, or have any illicit substance. And so when you sign up for that job, those are the expectations. Well, we all saw him do it. Now, what he was smoking, there's a question to that. But even if it was, first of all, it wasn't, but even if it was nicotine, that's against policy and procedure. You should be gone. And listen, there is over 200 videos of him doing this and sneakily doing this around the back of the house, at nighttime in a shed. It seems to be a real issue, okay? And then we have other testimony that were presented in sworn affidavits of where he would go to buy these certain substance, at least one of the certain substances. So they obviously put him on, they put him on paid administrative leave, of course, paid. So he's been sitting on his mommy's couch for 4 months, right? And that seems like a very long time when you have over 200 instances on film. On film. Tiffany saying, not to mention the acid and the shrooms that were alleged in the sworn affidavit. Absolutely correct. Now, even if we take all of that out, right? Because we don't have him on film doing that. But these were the allegations that were in the sworn affidavit. I personally believe them. That's for me. However, if we just even take all of that out, he was smoking something on camera. Over 200 times, in fact. So what exactly, if the fire department has these policies and procedures in place for a reason, and they're rules, and you have to follow them, you're basically a paid servant of the county, then why do they have them? If when someone's going to break them over 200 times, nothing happens. What are they there for? I literally am at a loss. Like, why are they there? Let's see. Let's read some comments here. Maybe just clarity of the smoking so he could come back to work, and he has no charges amongst him yet at this point. Maybe they will let him go if it changes. No, I don't think so. Investigation's over. He was cleared. Everything's good. And that is the problem, is that there was an independent investigation. Now, I personally would like to know who was head of that independent investigation, because we've heard other things of allegations of people who were independent that actually weren't independent. Because again, a picture's worth 1,000 words. You could even jump that up to even more when you're talking about a video. It shows a lot more than just a picture than a still shot. It's an actual video of what you're doing. We see him coughing like he's a 12-year-old who's never smoked anything before. It's there, right? You can't argue with it. It's there over 200 times. Again, if these are laws and regulations for firemen, then if someone breaks them and they see it, the public sees it. These were released on many news outlets there in Boston. Then why are they there if, when you get caught doing them hundreds of times, nothing happens to you? My whole thing was, why are you on paid leave for 4 months? It took you 4 months to watch 200 videos? They're there. What do you need to? Yeah, okay, there's other things to investigate too, but like, the video is the evidence. It's wild to me that this happened. So yeah, took out money from her bank account, rerouted money to the bank account for the reception, broke his surveillance cameras, and then committed federal crimes, and let them come back to work. Absolutely. So there's that. There's the other layer of this where he, in my opinion, very obviously, committed breaking and entering amongst other many federal crimes. But no big deal for the DA there. They said, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're not going to charge you for any of that, which is a whole nother thing. I don't understand. As if I lived in North Andover, first of all, that would be enough for me to do protests. Okay. That whole thing. Then you have him sitting on his mom's couch for 4 months, just collecting pay, and he gets paid good. He does. I don't know what firemen get paid around a lot of the other states, but here, that's a whole heck of a lot more than firemen get down here. So that was just basically wasted on him just sitting on his couch. Now he's been cleared to go back to work. How would the public have any resolve that he's not doing the exact same thing? He didn't even get a slap on his wrist. The whole thing is disgusting. Let's see. Yeah, he tapped into our medical portal. Yeah, he absolutely did a HIPAA breach. I mean, there's so many things, but the DA just said, nah, it's fine. I'm gonna look the other way, because why? Well, he's gonna testify and actually get on the stand and say nothing helpful whatsoever to the prosecution. But it's okay, because their family is well known in the community. Yikes. I mean, it's really gross stuff. Yeah, Shane saying, no secret, Justin is a douchebag. No lies detected. Yeah, and he has the baby. That's insane. Well, I know. Unfortunately, you don't have to be a good person to share custody of your child. I personally have my opinions of how I hope that goes in the future, but the baby, he does have a right to see his father, even if he is a douchebag. But kids are smart and they'll figure it out. The internet is forever. The things that he did to Kelsey will be there forever. And when the baby is old enough, he will be able to see all those things, unfortunately. So he's going to have to live with that. Justin will. But let's see. They were probably just doing a drug test once he was cleared of that. They let him come back to work. I agree. I agree that that's probably what they were doing. The problem is that he's on video over 200 times smoking a substance. Now, we could all go back and forth on what that substance may be. I personally feel, in my opinion, it's multiple substances. For me, that's just my opinion. And I can't prove any of that. That's just my opinion from, being around the block doing what I do. It's my opinion. But apparently, it doesn't matter what substance it is. They're okay with it all, even though their policy and procedures forbid it. So we have a lot of hypocrisy here, and also just gaslighting to the public, because why in the world would you say that you hold your public servants to this standard when in fact you don't? And then what does it say about the good firemen and women in that department or the surrounding departments who haven't said anything, who haven't come forth and said that? I can't imagine. I have people in my family who are first responders. I can't imagine them being okay with that, because it makes them look bad. If they're not participating in that behavior, and if they expect their fellow firefighters or whatever to also abide by those rules and policies, and then they're not, and then they just are welcomed back, that makes the good ones look bad too. So I don't understand why there are not good firemen and women speaking up and saying, why is this punk here? It blows my mind. Is all of North Andover corrupt? Because at this point, it's kind of looking like that. Hey, Mary. They never tested him like they were supposed to. Yeah. And I have a feeling, I have a feeling that they weren't doing that for anyone. Hopefully some policies change, but again, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Like, we've all seen the videos, and we've only seen a handful of the videos. There's over 200. What more could you want when it blatantly shows someone breaking the policies and procedures of being a firefighter and a public servant? And I got news for everybody. They didn't want to say a whole lot of anything. He was just kind of welcomed back. Well, the public deserves answers. Why is this okay? So are your policy and procedures changing? Are you changing this where now firefighters and all of that are allowed to smoke substances, nicotine, marijuana, whatever it may be? Is that changing? Oh, it's not. Okay. Well, then why was that okay? Because we all saw what we saw. Like, are you going to gaslight us into saying we didn't see what we saw? This is the type of hypocrisy stuff that drives me bonkers. I hate hypocrites. So, tie it into a case that I already feel passionate about, and this town employs D-bags like Aylaian and Noonan, Houston, etc. Yeah, I mean, and to go on this, I was not the least bit shocked that Noonan was cleared. Interesting that it happened at the exact same time. Was the same independent investigator person or entity doing both of them? It's weird to me. Also, that wasn't shocking. I figured there was no other way for me to even see that. He's a cop. The support that he had at that courthouse from his people in blue, no matter what he said or did on that stand, I had no doubt he would be welcomed back and everything just looked the other way to, no matter what with him. Now with Justin, I can say I am shocked. Again, you have videos of him doing things against policy over and over and over and over and over. And how are you get around that? It's wild to me. I believe that a full investigation needs to be done to where the pool is coming from that day. Reinstate him and his job. Wait a minute. Kelsey is a woman. Okay, so tell me what you mean about the pool. But yes, Kelsey's a woman. I think we've all saw the misogyny that goes on in that department. I don't know if it's like that for North Andover Fire, but certainly for the police station, there is a huge element of misogyny that you can see, and it's pretty clear to me, and I think that's everyone else's opinion as well. Let's see here. Yeah, he has gotten away with so many crimes. It's disgusting. And this is why. So that whole family, I can speak for myself, but I also think you guys would probably agree with me. That whole family is very entitled, right? They demand police escorts and they demand police, drive by their house for absolutely no reason, all the time. And this was happening for months. And their behavior, their children are like that. They're completely enablers. And because of that, you have a grown man acting like a child and expecting things. Well, way to go, North Andover, because you've completely reinforced that type of disgusting behavior. You've enabled him, just like his parents have done, in my opinion, his whole life. And there wasn't even a slap on the wrist. It's, hey, buddy, take four months off. Go ahead, do whatever you want. We're just going to pay you. You just chill. And then we're going to clear you and you come back like nothing ever happened. Like no one ever saw those videos. So why? Well, first of all, why would he change? He's never had to be held to any accountability in his life. With family stuff, it seems, and now with work stuff. So why would he change? Why would you expect any different out of him? I mean, it's just ridiculous. And if there are any other firemen or women who have any like ethics about them, I can't imagine them being okay with that because that's gross. Is nicotine why he would hide to smoke nicotine? He would do it freely, that firefighters that smoke cigarettes, so why would he hide that? So in Massachusetts, you can't even smoke nicotine. I didn't know that coming into this. I don't know if it's like that in every state. But my family doesn't smoke anyways that I have in, first responders, so I don't know, but for Massachusetts, you can't even smoke nicotine. That's how serious they take it. And so again, it doesn't matter what's in that because he's not allowed to be smoking it. That's how silly this is. It doesn't matter what's in that. But also, like, it appeared to be a pipe. So, whatever. And again, I don't care what people do in their free time. But if you're taking a job in a position that forbids that, then you shouldn't have taken the job if you have an issue with this. And over 200 times suggests that you just might have an issue. So it's I don't even know. Who did Mommy Dearest pay? Yeah, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? It sure does. 5 Stone probably recommended the guy. Yeah. I mean, it's just so hard to like not, I don't know, get so irritated when you see just blatant wrongdoing and what seems like corruption. I don't know how anyone independently can look at over 200 videos and think, this is fine. Get it back to work. What are we doing? I mean, it's insanity. And the taxpayers of North Andover should be pissed. And, Queen Audrey, who went and spoke out about this first, uh, she had a little support there for a while, but like I really hope that people are pissed by this because at the very least, whether take everything out of the Kelsey situation of people, because I've heard things about that town and people have a certain way about them in that town, whether that's true or not, that's what I've heard. I would think they should want their first responders to be honest and uphold the policies and procedures that they took an oath to follow for the people. Also, on a silly note, do we think he's saving any lives? The man can't even stand. He falls down over like a wind gust at like 1 mile per hour. He has no balance. He ran out of the house at the sound of any danger, which is exactly what first responders don't do. I mean, why in the world would you want this guy in your department? It seems like a liability. I don't know. Call me crazy. What are they doing? What are they doing in North Andover? It's absolutely asinine that this is going on. I sure don't understand when all of it is on video, all his wrongdoings. It shows our legal system needs cleaned up. Yeah. And again, it needs cleaned up in Massachusetts. And again, shame on that DA for not pressing charges when, again, the breaking and entering was all on camera too, but they swept that under the rug and said, no, it's Kelsey. Basically, well, that's just what Kelsey's saying. Well, actually, it's what the forensic guy is saying, who did all the testing of the computers. Kelsey was busy getting life-saving surgery when he was breaking into her pension. I mean, this stuff is maddening. And look, the only thing, there's a silver lining. I try to find it in everything. The only silver lining is hopefully now that he has his job back, now he was still getting paid, so it wouldn't affect anything right now. But if he had lost his job, then that might be a financial burden on the baby. And that wouldn't be great. But, when things move in the direction of shared custody, hopefully he has to pay. For me, I hope that's the case because this guy is worthless and there's some really hanky, weird stuff going on in North Andover, in my opinion. Yeah, independent. Who's independent in Massachusetts? What a joke. Yeah, for real. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys saw, I interviewed a former federal prosecutor, Nima Rahmani. He pretty much strictly does civil cases now, and works with a lot of the celebrities in LA. And so that interview was really, really good. He said basically they can present it, and we know Mr. Bradel said that they did present it, but it's up to the FBI if they pick it up. And most of the times, they're wanting bigger things. Now, that doesn't mean they won't, but it would have to be some kind of persuading as to why they should. And he kind of gives an idea of like how he could present it to the person, when he was working there, all of that. So it's a really good interview worth watching. But the FBI is usually focused on bigger matters. Now, to us, it's like, how dare you? So I certainly feel like it's worth pursuing, but I don't work for the FBI. So Let's see. Yeah, very easy to prove. I mean, they've got all the forensic stuff and that's what's so crazy is that they provided it all to the DA and said, "Here it is with the bow on it. We want him prosecuted." And they're like, "Nah, he's a witness for us." So even if there was something here in all of this evidence that you're giving us, well, we would give him immunity. That's disgusting. Like that is disgusting. Uh yeah. Yeah, I don't again, for me, I've had a lot to do with I worked with DCF. There's I understand how addiction works, substance abuse, that kind of thing. It is extremely hard to quit that when you are an addict, and it props to anyone who has because it is extremely hard. But the likelihood of that failing a lot of times before you are able to do that is very great. And the problem is that you have to want to, and accountability is important, and it doesn't seem like anyone in his life holds him or anyone else around them to accountability. So I completely agree with you, Tiffany. I would be shocked. I hope he does it, for the baby, but again, if you're doing that, like, and the thing is I don't know what's in that. We don't know. We have maybe suspicions what's in the stuff that he's smoking, but we don't know. So it could be certain things that are maybe not such a big deal, or it could be other things. I think there's a possibility that it's both. And, that's my opinion. But, I hope he gets help. But the problem is no one seems to hold him accountable in his lifetime. And now you have the court system not holding him accountable for crimes. And you have his job as a public servant, and he's not being held responsible for that either. So again, why would he change? He's gotten away with everything in his life. So I hope he proves me wrong. But again, on the bright side, maybe this means Kelsey will get more time custody because don't firefighters work long shifts? Justin needs to work. Maybe it will help him grow a set. I agree. The only problem is that I think his mom just is there because I think it appears to me that it's a very big control thing for her. And to lose that to Kelsey, she wouldn't like that. So while like normal adults would have to like hire a babysitter, go to daycare, hire a nanny, or, oh, I don't know, maybe share custody with their spouse who's perfectly capable. But he's not a normal adult. He still lives at home with mommy and daddy in his late, mid 30s or whatever. And mommy does everything for him. So I just don't know. Hopefully, but I can't imagine her not doing anything that she's doing now, because I'm sure that she's the one that's watching him mostly now. Oh, it's wild. There's a thing, he is not a woman, so they okay with the crimes and the misconduct and breaking the rules, but they okay with Kelsey going to the postpartum, and she's a whack job because she's a woman. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. They treated her less than. I think that is proven in that department. There's many, many lawsuits against that chief. And how he disparaged women and was okay with his staff doing the same. That's all been alleged. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. His mommy signed a permission slip. Yeah. I mean, we laugh about it, but it's not far from what I feel like is going on there. Like, I don't know. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. And how could they give him custody of the baby? Yeah. I mean, hopefully, shared custody will be split down the middle here, upcoming, but it takes a minute. And the fact that she had to lose all that time, I mean, there is every, and that's whether she wants to do that or not. I mean, I think she's working on suing the police department right now, rightfully so. There is not a check big enough in the world, and they should really start writing that now, because there's not a chance in hell that they're not going to win that suit. But there's also a huge civil opportunity for her to go after Justin if she so choose to do so, because in my opinion, he was the facilitator of this whole thing. And then she can also go after him for civilly the crimes that he committed, like breaking and entering, all of the theft and all of that. Since the prosecutors didn't have the balls to do that, she can also go after him civilly if she wanted to do so. Now, it's one thing that I've seen firsthand is that she is so kind. She's a lot kinder than I am. Uh, but whether she'll ever do that, it's that's for her to decide. But she certainly has a civil suit against him, even though the DA, was too big of a coward to press charges like he should have. So, yep, they start firemen in my city at 86 within 3 years, 1K. So he's making over 1K, and I don't know if that was starting or base or what, but he's making over 1K. I can speak for Georgia and Florida. They don't make anywhere near that. Maybe after many years, but so let's see. Oh, absolutely, Tammy. His testimony was horrible, and it brought absolutely nothing. Like, had they not had him, it wouldn't have mattered that he didn't bring anything to the table. They wanted to offer him a deal because he's connected, and they had it out for her. Because if they didn't make her look like the bad guy, the crazy woman, then the implications for that department would be even worse than they already are. The great thing is that they didn't succeed in any of that. And the truth was able to shine through. And like I said, they should start writing that check, because it's going to be huge. And that day is going to be glorious because of all of the misfortune that she had to go through, and the torture, and what they put her through. I can't wait for that day for her, because those people are vile, in my opinion. Let's see. Hey, Romy, how are ya? The problem had him complete a substance abuse program to keep his employment. Okay. So I get that part. I love that part. But did they just probably, yeah. Did they just dismiss it? I mean, that's the thing, is like, what did the law say? Like, because here's the thing, right? Like, okay, if somebody, and I don't care if someone smokes weed. I could give two shits, right? Don't care. But again, you signed up for the job. Like you said, you wouldn't do it. Now, if somebody does it, you get caught with it once or whatever, and then they're like, go do this program, right? That, to me, okay. That seems fairly reasonable. But the problem is like, we saw him on video we didn't see all 200 videos, but they exist, and we saw a handful of them. There's over 200. Like, how do they even justify that? Like, that is not, hey, I screwed up once or twice. Like, that's a pattern. That's a problem. So, and we have no guarantee that what he's smoking is weed, even if, so what, it's just a huge thing. It's crazy. Yeah, but they like to your point, I'm sure they just were like, "Oh, go do this." Like, you don't have anything in your system, so we'll just it's fine. Don't worry. Again, I don't believe for a second that that independent investigation was independent because that's not how that works. There's video footage, over 200 of them. It's just wild to me. Yeah, what was good for the goose is good for the gander. Yeah. And yep, 100% gaslighting. Yeah, I wouldn't want him saving anyone. I also wouldn't trust him to come in my house, to attempt to save anyone in my house. Like, no, thank you. We're good. I'll jump out the window myself. I'm gonna fall, so it's fine. We already know you're gonna fall, and God knows what else happens. It's crazy. Okay. You call yeah, exactly. You call 911 and that fool shows up. I'd laugh my ass off. Yeah. Um, a federal crime is a federal crime, no matter if it's male or female, and you're a firefighter. If you're an officer, he committed a crime and he should have been held accountable. Absolutely. And that's the thing. And like I've said this like so many times before, you're held to a higher standard being a public official. And that's just how it is. And that's a good thing. Um, because if we start not holding our public officials to higher standards than, the public, then that becomes a really slippery slope. And that's why I was shocked that he was like cleared. I really was. Noonan, nah. I absolutely expected him to be, you're good to go, even though I feel very strongly that he's not good to go. But that's my opinion, but I also knew, like, they weren't gonna do anything with him. This guy this guy, he's a liability, and there's a million videos. I mean, I was shocked. I was shocked. And apparently he's got quite the reputation around town now, with stuff, and so, I was picking up bits and pieces of that while in Massachusetts from people at the trial. So I'm just shocked. I'm very shocked. Again, I feel like the roots are probably run a little deeper than even I thought. I think I thought that Noonan was maybe the connection, but I think maybe there's both because this does not smell right whatsoever. Yep, and that's another thing, Rye, is that I was hearing this is very typical for North Andover. People don't get involved and they are scared to speak up for whatever reason. Um, and I think that's probably why there's not a ton of people going to the select board meetings and only our Audrey is going. That one week there was 2 other men that went and they were great, but I will be interested to see if someone besides Audrey or, whatever is there to speak up and ask questions. That is deserved of the public. The public deserves answers as to why he was cleared. Explain it because everyone saw what we saw. So then you need to explain it to the public because at the end of the day, the public has to have confidence in their first responders, their public servants, and I don't know how in the world that happens with this guy. How does that happen? So I feel like the public is owed an explanation and a good one because they released a statement. Literally, let me see if I can find it. It's like 2 seconds long. They they didn't explain anything. And they certainly haven't explained anything this whole time that he's been sitting on mommy's couch getting paid. So it says the town of North Andover can confirm that firefighter Aylaian has been cleared to return to work following a personnel investigation conducted by a third-party investigator. The investigation determined that there was insufficient evidence that firefighter Aylaian violated any town policies. Since this is a personnel matter, no further information will be provided. See how they did that? Yeah. I mean, this is dirty all the way around. Dirty, 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 dirty. So yeah. Insufficient evidence. I'm sorry, was 270 videos not sufficient enough for you? I don't like make it make sense. Make it make sense. I want this to go viral so bad because while yes, I don't know, if you let this guy get away with it, then everyone else needs to be able to get away with it. And why is this guy special? He's not. And then if you know the backstory of all the other crimes that he committed and got away with, it's outrageous. I just, oh, it pisses me off. The hypocrisy is disgusting. And I hope that at least a few of those firefighters in that department at least speak up and have some sort of like, self-respect to be like, whoa, we're working with this guy. Now, again, if it was weed, whatever, they probably aren't going to care too much, but it's the principle of the matter. How are they expected to follow policies and procedures, but then this guy doesn't have to follow anything? It's outrageous. I don't know. They didn't charge him for his federal crimes because he was a man. Yeah. I think gender definitely played a big role. I was surprised the family court didn't have him test because of the baby. So my understanding is that comes with the guardian ad litem would do an investigation, but I'm sure he's not doing that stuff right now because he knows he could be tested. The problem is like firefighter, you can't do any of that stuff and you got all I mean, it's like make it make sense. I could say that all night because like it doesn't make sense. Let's see. Yep, that's a problem because they didn't test him like they were supposed to, and technically he never failed a drug test. So messed up. It is. It is. And again, I could twist this and say like, well, technically because you didn't have DNA on a murder victim or a murder weapon, they can't technically tie them back to that. But we have them on video doing it. I mean, like, it's just so stupid. It doesn't make sense to me. What's up, Baker? How are you? I'm probably super behind. Yep. Okay, let's get more current. Let's get more current. Hey, Steven. I bet they're all drinking and doing drugs on duty. And if he's getting a pass. And this is, for instance, this type of comment, what they just did, right? With no transparency in anything and them saying, it's personnel matter, like whatever, nothing to see here, nothing to explain to the public. Also, the public knows that it's against policy and procedure to smoke anything. This is what people are thinking, Stephen, is your comment, because there is no any kind of trust or respect for the department. So it's no wonder that you're thinking this, because I guarantee other people in that town are wondering this as well. And it's their fault. This is what happens when it's a slippery slope, when you don't make people follow policies and procedures and uphold the laws and things like that, and you give people a pass because they're a firefighter. this is what happens. So your point is a valid one to wonder and question. Hey, Jesse. He should go back to work. He needs to be working, a working individual, but it's such a BS investigation. Yeah, absolutely. And, we heard the things that he was alleged to be doing at the fire department that involved cooking wine, like it's wild. The whole thing is wild, and it just gives, you know, first responders a bad name. It really does. 20 minutes behind. That's okay. Me too. I'm 20 minutes behind, like way more than that probably in the chat. I refuse to work with the Aylaian. Asked to transfer shifts, file a complaint, look for a new job, etc. Why? Because you have boundaries, self-respect, ethics, and a moral compass. And so I really hope that quite a few other firefighters do the same thing. Because again, like, it's not about the fact that I could give it, again, I don't care. I could care less if someone smokes weed. The thing is, we don't know what he was smoking in that. He signed up for the job. He said he wouldn't do it. And if one dude breaks it and breaks a policy over 200 times, then what are the other guys doing? Because they can't, how are they okay with that? I mean, it's wild to me. Okay, let's see. Hi, Gwen. Good to see you too. Legal tubes, how are you? Exactly. Great point. The Aylaian is truly despicable. He is. Stupid April, how are you? I should go work there. I love drinking. Well, yeah, I mean, my God. As long as you're good with cooking wine, apparently they don't ask questions there. Like, maybe they're all doing it. These are the things I wonder. Like, what is happening? All right. Would anyone trust any of those firefighters to come rescue them from a fire or a car accident? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Also, like, it's a real thing. Like, again, I don't know what he was smoking, but there are certain substances where they stay in your system a long time. And if you start having those withdrawals, which there was affidavits sworn into courts that he was having withdrawals at the fire station, I wouldn't want him anywhere near me. So it's a problem. It's such a slippery slope. I mean, it's wild. Lauren, what will they do in Massachusetts for law enforcement with drug abuse problems? Is they send them to Florida for free until they get clean. Yeah. Yeah, and probably on, their dime, taxpayers' dime. I mean, it's crazy. We don't want them here. We don't want them. We're all stocked up on crazy people. You hear the Florida people stories. We got enough. Take them back. Take them back. All right. Legal Tube says that investigation was an absolute joke. I'm getting frustrated and angry all over again. Yeah, I'm with you. That's the thing. There's not a lot I hate more than hypocrisy. It really, really bugs me. And this story is just filled with hypocrisy. And then you put it on top of something I'm already passionate about, which is Kelsey's case and this smarmy family and all that they continue to do when they post, Justin's GoFundMe in her page on Facebook. Like, get the out of here. Like, no. So yeah, I'm with you. It definitely roused me up. Like, I had no use for any of those people. They should have never had bring them into as a witness. The man was not there. He didn't see anything. All he did was run like a coward. And yeah, you're absolutely right. What's he going to testify? I mean, really, all he did was help her civil trial that will happen. But again, they could have elicited that testimony at a later time. He didn't see anything. He didn't see anything. And we see him running out of the house falling, shockingly, because he doesn't stand on his 2 feet. It's wild. 307. Okay, I'm only a few minutes behind, but that's because I skipped a whole lot. Miss Colgate, we have to make this go viral. I know. The problem is that right now, Court TV is focused on the Clancy trial. So if it was a downtime, I could easily pitch it to them. I tagged everybody in it, but again, unless you know the backstory, the outrage is probably not going to be there. And for all of us, we know the backstory. And so if it was a slow time, I could definitely try to get something going with it. Right now, it's not the best time. But, again, leopard doesn't change his spots. Is this the last that we're going to hear from this guy? Probably not. I hope for the sake of the baby it is. But, best indication of future behavior is past behavior. Take that for what it's worth. And, we'll see where we are in a year from now. But, oh, yes, you don't want to die because of a druggy drunk half out of it. These people aren't too bright, in my opinion. Agree. He's a liability. He's an absolute. Now think of it like this, Mary, too. All of this information, all these videos are out there, right? They're online. The internet's forever. Say he goes to a scene, whether it's a house fire, an accident, and he fails to do something. And then they look into who he was. And then it ties back to all the videos showing him on substances. It's a liability for that department. It's a liability for that district attorney. And no one seems to have a problem with this. It's like they aren't like he's a liability for them. I get they're wanting to protect him, but they're not really thinking of themselves and thinking smart. So again, their connection, I think it's a little deeper than originally thought, but one of the firefighters that broke in was a firefighter that put Kelsey in the medic van. Yeah, was it Kevin? And her oxygen stopped working. Coincidence? So I think that was in the helicopter. I don't think he had anything. I think it was just out. Listen, I'll be the first to blame somebody if somebody's to blame. I just don't think that was it. I think that was in the helicopter and it was just out and it was just a matter of them switching the thing. But yeah, that guy who broke into her home also brought her flowers at the hospital, which is gross. Gross. Broken on a lighter note. Did you see the new video that Shizzy made of the goats? No, I did not. But I love a good Shizzy video. Let's see. What's up, Chastity? Everything is a slippery slope with the Aylaian. Y'all seen the surveillance video? Bitches be tripping. Bitches definitely be tripping. They be tripping over everything. Things that aren't there, they just trip. There was so we were at the courthouse and him and Courtney were walking in. And man, it was the first day. And I think that's probably why I didn't do it. But had it been the last day, I'm like, dude, I should have just said, careful, Justin, don't trip, because he was going up steps. And I'm like, man, I wish that was the last day. And I really didn't have anything to lose by saying it because it would have been great. But anyways, sadly, crazy Amy couldn't be a firefighter. She doesn't like fire hoses, only hose. Let's make a video of him falling, go viral with bitches be tripping. Hey, I'm all for it. I know, was it Fervent that had a video, the song, and then I think Kelsey came out and said hey, I don't want please be respectful. It's my child's father. which I totally understand and respect. She's way nicer than I am. But man, I still wanna hear that song that Fervent had because I know it would have been an absolute banger. All their stuff's good, and then, I'm like, "Can I just maybe just hear it?" You know? Like, I don't know. I still wonder what that song would have been because I know it would have been so good. Uh, yeah, apparently they have no respect for the people paying their checks. No, it's ridiculous. It's monopoly money to them. They don't care. Stupid April would fight their shirt out of the fires. True. Absolutely true. He knew that he was abusing drugs. He never asked for help from his job. He never did. And honestly, I believe he should lose his job. Yeah, I mean, it's if those are your policies and procedures, he broke them. What are they there for if they're not to ensure that you uphold those policies and procedures, and if you break them, you're gone? I mean, I don't understand. What are they there for? Um, Kirk says, "Milady, locals are doing standouts and going to the select board meetings to support the chief." How does this look for Gray Connor? Wait, to support Chief Gray? Tell me everything. Also, what are they doing standouts for? Sounds like I'm not gonna like this answer. Um, but it makes me angry. He's above the law, and we're sure not. We'd be in big trouble. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. When this is the same thing as like a crooked cop. When they're given, the go ahead to just do whatever they want because they wear a badge, then that makes every cop look bad, the good ones, and it also doesn't do anything for public trust. So the same thing here. And also, he's just like a punk. Like, what has he brought to this community? He's just a punk who lives at home with his mommy because he can't get a place of his own or support himself or whatever, allegedly. Why is he the one that gets a pass for all of these 200 sometimes? I cannot imagine every firefighter on that department is okay with this. And I really hope they say something. But again, I don't have a whole lot of high hopes in North Andover. She would, but her fist's not smart. Why is he living at home on $100K a year? It took Kelsey 4 weeks to get an apartment and furnish it with no job. Yeah, Kirks, this is the thing, right? With 100K, you should be able to get your own place and support yourself. What's he doing with his money? This is what we were saying, before. Like, makes you wonder. And I think the other kids are all there. So it's like a family thing. It's like a compound. It's weird. It's really weird, strange behavior. Whew. Chastity's not worried about April. He would get drug tested on the spot if it was an accident happened. The insurance company would want that, and to protect their butts, the lawsuits from the victim's family. Absolutely. Absolutely. And look, even if he didn't test positive for something, they civilly sue them. Guess what? All that stuff that's in the videos, it's fair game for them to bring up in the civil suit. I mean, it's a liability. It's ridiculous. These people are idiots. Hey, Olivia, Lauren with the good teeth. Apparently, she's coming down here to steal my teeth, guys. So pray for my teeth. I'm using extra polident next week. Cannot snatch them out of my mouth. Jolene was so funny today. Hey, Hellfish, how are you? I feel like even though you're not a resident from Boston, even though you don't pay the taxes, then Boston, Massachusetts, you pay federal taxes. Those are federal funds. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, also, it's just the public. Like, this is a public case. It has been a big case, and the public is interested in it. Now, this is an offshoot from that case. The public should be able to ask questions, and they should answer them. But the way they shut it down by just saying it's a personnel matter or whatever, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. They didn't want to answer questions because they don't have answers. They just swept everything under the rug, in my opinion. Lauren hollering out, "Watch your step," would have been complete me. I know. I'm like, the timing on it. If it was just like the last day, or even like, even after, it was like right when I was there, like right got there. So like, I'm like, I'm not trying to do anything to get kicked out of this place. Also, I don't know. I haven't had a good feel for the place. I know Massachusetts is corrupt. I'm like, just gonna observe. I was snapping pictures, but like, I didn't say anything. But yeah, the timing had been a little better. I would have loved and enjoyed that moment. uh, so not that Courtney. Yes, I love that Courtney too. Courtney, his sister, Justin's sister, Courtney Aylaian, the one with the dark hair, that was on the phone with the officers, and then went down and basically filled out the whole thing for him again because he can't do anything himself. That Courtney. Yes, we all love Courtney Healy. She's amazing. I made that video with the alien and the song "Bitches Be Trippin'." Security camera caught him slipping. I know, I love it. It's so good. It's so good. And the ones that are like on repeat, it's my favorite. Like, it's so good. It will never not be funny. Interesting that Krusty posted that the feds were in Canton, and we now have Chief McNamara cooperating with the feds about wanting to do more internal affairs. Investigation in Stoughton have gone. Yeah, so I'm not sure a whole lot about that case. I have some information that I need to read on it. But I know that Mazza live streamed the Stoughton select board meeting. Jeno, if you're here, I know you're watching that. So if there is anything that you can fill us in with that case, again, I haven't looked 100% into that case. But my understanding is there could be possibly like a patsy thing going on here. So I'd like to speak on it like once I have all the information, but let's see. Yep, he sure did. I have so much to catch up on. I was watching Jolene, and then I went straight from Jolene to Aiden, and then back to Jolene, and then I was watching them on both like devices, and then I after that was over, then I went to expert, and then I was like, okay, it's time for me to like go and do this, because if I don't want to wait till tomorrow. And so then I came here, and I missed so much. Like, there's so much that I missed. So that Maz's is one of the ones I need to go back and watch. Let's see. Romy said in Stoughton for their police chief. Okay. That makes sense with the standouts. Okay, gotcha. Yes, that's the one I need to catch up on and enlighten myself of the details, because I know that there's some players there in the Farwell case, but the names are not as readily available. Like where have I heard that, but I can't place it. And then all this stuff that's coming out, I don't know anything about it, so I really want to educate myself on it. His whole family, yeah. It ain't just mommy there. Yeah, it's weird. And that's like it's allegedly, according to Zillow, a 3-2 house. Where's everyone living? I have so many questions. Is there like a tree house where what is happening? I need to know. I have so many questions. The family it's just a weird dynamic. I don't get it. Milady wasn't he fired for doing the same thing, bullying citizens when he was a manager for a previous town. Who are you talking about? And I'm not sure if you're talking about the latest stuff in Stoughton. I don't know. I know Jen O knows a lot about this. If she's still here, but I'm not sure. I need to get my facts on this case before I give answers, if that's the one you're talking about. But let me know. Um, Nonsense. No one's a better singer than you. Guys, also, we need a I wish that's the only thing. I wish we could all hang out and like do karaoke together. I love karaoke. I know it's not for everyone, but I love it. I wish there was a way we could do that, like even virtually. Like any suggestions, throw them my way. We need to be doing Chad Pizza maybe this weekend. I've got a lot of family stuff that's coming up. That I'm probably gonna want to take my mind off of. So I'd like to do some fun streams. So maybe this weekend we'll do Chad Pizza. So we could do that. Ask Lauren about her week enamel. Not super exciting. It's just weak. It's not ideal, but it's good for whitening, you know? Like you could put the white strips on there and like almost watch them whiten. It only takes a couple strips and then you're good to go for like a year or two. So, you know? You have a beautiful smile. Haters are gonna hate. Well, thank you, Olivia. Coming from you, that is a very big compliment. You are gorgeous. Yeah, I don't, the whole thing is wild. And I didn't, it's funny because I'm like, why you gonna hate on, like, I can't help what I got. Like, I didn't even get braces. I just got what I got. But then once you find, I had my thoughts on why she was saying it. But then once you hear the insecurities about her own teeth, then it like made more sense. And it's like, yeah, that's what I was thinking. But it's just sad. It's like, dude, why would you? I didn't do anything. My teeth could have been jacked up. I got lucky. I don't know. So, Chastity, I'm just jealous of all the ladies she pulls. I'm still catching only catfish. Girl, leave some ladies for the rest of us. Are you talking about Stupid April? Stupid April is the beauty. Broken Baker, why did you spell her name? Chastity. Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Let's see. Who tested him? His friend firefighter. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't make that super clear either. And then I just assume like everyone knows his sister's names. Like nobody knows their names. So it's my fault. Crazy Amy, you know why? She's my cherry pie. Also, Baker, when are we getting another wig session? Because I need one. I've not laughed that hard in a long time. Well, I laughed that hard tonight, but before that, that was a long time. That junk was funny. Baker in a wig doing impressions. It's so funny. I cannot. Stoughton cases looks like the town manager doesn't really like women, and there is something about maybe opening stuff with Birchmore. Yeah, I'm hearing it's tied together. I just don't know the names and the whatever, but we have some people in our community that are, kind of local and know some things, so that will be helpful. What's up, Sav? How are you? You know what, April? I wonder. I wonder if there's a tree house that is built inside of this three bedroom, 2 bath home, because how in the world are the parents, the how many kids are there? Justin, the other smarmy boy, and the 2 girls. So that's 4 kids, and then they have an adopted, I don't know, she's young, like, child, and then the baby. So, I don't know, I just am like, "Is your tree houses built?" And they're, like, all living on a branch? Like, I don't know. These are questions I wonder, you know? But I like where that could go. I also feel like Kooky could do fun things with that image, you know, if she's bored. Um, Stoughton is going to be fire. Bree, I don't recognize your screen name, so if you are new here, welcome. If anyone is new here, please subscribe. It is free, and we have a great little community. Absolutely not. They're probably steal your stuff in your home, especially this Justin. Yeah, like who would want him in their home? I don't know. Everyone is jealous and envious of. Oh, I thought you were talking about Chastity. Although Baker does, what does he say? That one song that Baker sings. Um. Oh, what is it? It was like your ending clip. I want to say it was about a certain ex-girlfriend, maybe. I can't remember, but it makes me laugh and it's really good. Uh, I watched parts of it. I was going back between, it's very tough when Jolene's on. I'm torn. So I was going back between the two of them, and then I was at one point had them on 2 devices, so I couldn't fully focus on every part. It was tough. So I have to go back and watch certain parts. I got to go back and watch Maza. There's some stuff on the Nolan Wells case, which I've been covering, that I need to catch up on. And so I have a lot of stuff I got to catch up on. But, you know, when mom's on, you got to watch mom. Like she's a funny lady. Baker tagged you a few nights ago. Can't remember which stream. All right. I can tell you that the Gaul will visit both of the houses and they'll want to see the child, has his own bedroom, and we'll watch the interaction between mom and the child. Yeah, which is good because we never got that, right? Like they didn't look into anything. I just, you know, we'll probably never hear the dynamics of that home, but like, how is that many adults living in that place and, you know, then 2 children, and it's just weird. I don't know. No more wigs. It makes Randall jealous. Well, you know. Oh, it makes him Randy. Oh, well, you are a lovely lady with a wig, you know? That's true. And I mean, he is in a committed relationship, I hear, so that might make it tough for him. Um, yeah, he likes talking about you anyways. It could make it difficult for him to be faithful. So that makes sense. How did Noonan get away with working whilst on sick leave? He was doing details. Isn't that fraud? Technically, it could be, but not when the North Andover Police Department says, oh, no, it's fine. Like, again, it's all these rules for them. It's gross. It's all gross. All of it. I don't know. Right? Baker in any wig is hilarious. It is. See? Everyone wants it. Well, see, I don't, from my understanding on the Zillow, I don't think that house has a basement. It's just a 2-story, 3-2. I just have so many questions. I do. I mean, I know people can get creative and make rooms and all of that, but that's a lot of adults. It's easier to get creative when like it's kids. It's a lot of adults to get creative with. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Let it blow or oh yeah. Yeah, that one, that one. Let it blow. I used to do blow. Now you're just somebody that I yeah, that one, that one. Yes, it's really good. It's really good. That's my favorite. Yep. Who blocked you? Cryford? He blocks everyone. Like, it's crazy. Uh Mitchell, Chad Pizza. You win. I know. Well, it's 2:30 my time. What's up, Lefty? Hello, Dodo. Leslie, everyone welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we did a live late night live because I was all keyed up from watching Jolene, and I can tell like it was gonna be hours before I kind of was able to fall asleep, and I'm like, you know what, let's just go ahead and do a stream. Um these type of nights I usually get like 2 hours of sleep, and that's unfortunately how it works sometimes. I, don't need a lot of sleep, but I'd rather be up with you guys than just sitting there like saying, I need to go to sleep and being irritated that I can't sleep. So, let's see. Yeah, maybe he lives in a closet. And I've seen, like, not to say, I have seen people that don't have the means to have like bedrooms for their like infant children. Like, I've seen somebody turn in a closet into a really nice little nursery area. It can be done. But the problem is when you get bigger, like, where are all these people? I don't know. And then that made me think of Jerry Seinfeld. What is wrong with these people? It's weird. It's weird. That family is weird. Um Chastity and the way Jess has been baiting him every day, and her stupid post she made today. I knew wait, oh, it moved. Hold on. I knew she was going to go off at any time, and then boom, she goes off tonight. Wait, did I miss something? Did I miss something that happened tonight? Fill me in. She 3PO loves late night streams. Well, it works out because like some of the viewers don't live, they live in another part of the world, and it works out. And so every once in a while we got to do them. Cryford and BLT turns out. BLT doesn't like being called a chia pet. And Cryford doesn't like being called a punk bitch, which is ridiculous because I was just correcting his I'm punk rock comment. He can't. He cracked me up. Oh, goodness. The chief that was working with the FBI in regards to Sandra. Ah, okay. I see. I see. Yeah, I don't know. Like the problem is like the corruption runs so deep, and unless you're like really into the case and know every single player, it's so hard to. And the Sandra Birchmore case, I only know the surface, and I know that there are so many other players that are involved and people that were connected, and but I do want to look into this other one here. Oh, hang on. He shouldn't have that last name. His name should be Coward, Justin Coward. Maybe that's his middle name. That would be fitting. Aiden roasted Jess a little tonight on his show because she won't stop trashing and bad mouthing him every day on her show. Okay, so I must have missed that part. I have to go back and find that. Yeah, I mean, she's not gonna stop. And like we went over it last night. I did a stream, and her views are down. Just like Jolene was saying, her views are, she talks about views. And again, nobody would be talking about this if she didn't point out everyone else's views. And we also know that that's what motivates her, is like, it's not about having, fun or doing something she's passionate about. Like, it's the views, it's the money. And so it's just ironic that she's bitching about everyone else's views and then hers are cut in half because people aren't hate watching anymore. We can all get it from other places. Why would we go there? And also, like, that's too much. Like, it's too much. God bless the Somerset snatch, whatever it is. Somebody put her name in the chat if you know what it is. They're doing the Lord's work, because I don't have a desire to listen to anything she says. So if it's just clipped and like a little clip of it, I will listen to that. I think it's Somerset Snatch Donkey. Is that it? Anyways, go follow her on Twitter if not. But yeah, I just can't. Like, it just gives me a headache. Like, it's just nonsense. Like, that's yeah, Somerset Snatch Donkey. Okay, thank you, Chastity. It just is nonsense. Like, if you like, the stuff that comes out of her mouth is nonsense. So it's like, I can't even, like, no. Did anyone figure out which Kelsey supporter messed up the Wilbur? Okay, so it was a Kelsey supporter? I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. I only caught the end of that. Let's see. I believe only Florida. Yep, same as above. Chastity won best nickname of the week for BLT. He's now Chia Pet. Chia. BLT. I don't know. That didn't work, but they had that song for the Chia Pets. Oh my goodness. I know, that's what I was going with, and then it didn't sound right. It didn't come out right. Snatch. Spaces now. You can't talk about the fish taco on streams. It's 1:45 in Colorado. We're all over the place. We are. We're a tribe everywhere. We are literally everywhere. Pretty low for a Wi-Fi. Excellent. Sorry, I mean Kelsey hater. No. But it was my impression, and this is just my impression. I didn't hear tonight, so I don't want to misspeak, but I was thinking it was actually the Aylaians themselves. I could be wrong. I'll have to go back and listen to tonight. But just the bits and pieces I was taking from the things he's been saying. I wasn't thinking it was like, I was thinking it was them, but I could be wrong. And also, like, I don't think he clarified a whole lot tonight, but I need to go back and watch. Because again, like, when you're watching two, it's like you miss so much stuff. So, all right. Well, guys, we have been live for an hour and a half. Sav, I almost peed my pants tonight. Jolene. I can't remember what it was. There was so many things, and I was like, I'm gonna pee my pants. Like, this is too damn funny. It was funny. It's 9:42 a.m. where Baker is. All of you Yanks need to go to bed so I can get to the gym. All right, guys. Well, if you have not liked the stream, please like it for me. And if anyone is new here, please subscribe. I'm only like 30 some people away from 4,000, which is a big deal for me because it's a small channel. We are still new. My first show was in January, so that's not bad. What's up, expert? No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, we came on to talk about the alien stuff, but alien, I mean like Alayans. They're so lovely. That's okay. No worries. Baker, stop bossing us around. I do what I want. That's true. He wants to control the women. So of course he's got to boss us around, like, anyways, I'm only like 30 some away from 4,000. And so that's not bad for starting out with my first show in January. So, we're growing and all that. So if you're new and you haven't subscribed, it's free. Just do a little subscribe there. What's up, Iris? It's 12:44 here. This is Northern California. And appreciate you so much. Your late night streams get me through my on-call nights. Oh my goodness. You are so welcome. Now I feel bad for getting off. Sav, Lauren, you got to go back to watch TV from tonight. He roasts just a little and it's so funny. He also does BLT at the end too. Where is the part about Jess? Because that I will watch tonight. The rest I'll catch up on tomorrow. About middle, end, beginning. Well, me and stupid April ain't ladies per you. You can't do that with us. Oh, nap, Baker. She told you. Let's see. Grant Smith Ellis. He also did it this morning. It was amazing. Wait, what did Grant do? Have a good night, everyone, or morning. All depends on where you live. Yes. Thank you. Good night, Mary. Sleep well. Mitchell, you told me to go to bed. Tried pizza. Baker, you can please bring back the infamous. Yeah, see, everyone wants the wig. And, Baker Damas. So I have to be up at 9 a.m. I have to be up 6:30? Yeah, I feel you. Chastity, I know that. And you and Amy are cat raising super drivers, not my demographic. Hold on is fervent female. I am their mod and I thought I was a guy. No, fervent's a guy. I don't know. I could have said the wrong thing. It's late. Also, I call some of my cat, my friends will be over and I'll be like, and they're like, it's a girl. I'm like, yeah, I know. What'd I say? They're like a guy. I'm like, it's fine. It doesn't mind. Also, one of my cats looks like a male and it just looks like a male. Looks like a male cat. But Zava needs something to predict to get into Baker Damas. Yes, I'm sure you'll have something soon. Don't worry. It's starting up again. See, everyone is wanting it. Okay. It's towards the end, Lauren. I don't have the exact timestamp. That's okay. Towards the end is good enough. Broken Baker, why are you up so late? To the window. To the wall. I drive a Chevrolet, Baker. Get it right. Expert. I'm trying to keep your ladies in check. Do your kitties ever come on screen? Yes, but they're also sleepy cats. And they're either yelling at me. One of them is very vocal and talks all the time. Or sleeping when I'm on screen most of the time. I got this little thing here so that they could go lay on that. Of course they don't do that. Every once in a while they jump up on it and that's it. And then they come right here, which you can't really see because my camera's behind the monitor because it has to attach to the end of the desk. So you can't really see it. But yes, they do come on sometimes. But yes, they're funny. Okay. Hellfish. I have to be up when my 4-year-old springs into action. Yes. That's, yeah. So you got to be good to go anytime. That's a lot. Okay. Jess roast is approximately 45 minutes before the end of the show. Look at you, Melissa. Okay. And he pointed out he made more money when Baker was on. Good. That's true. That's what I'm saying. Nothing she says is accurate and correct. Anyways, laugh my ass off. She is going to lose her shit tomorrow. Oh, guys, we can't piss her off too much before she comes down here. It's, whew. I don't think Pensacola is ready for it. It's it's like Hurricane Jess, and our ocean and beaches are not ready for it, guys, at all. No, he's not expert. He's bullying us because Lauren said she was a lovely lady. Wait, who did I say was a lovely lady? Dude looks like a lady. I'm telling you, we need karaoke. Broken Baker, well, you, sir, are way behind, but I get it. Better view. Depending on who you're looking at, you know? Am I right? Okay. I have a cat we always call he, but it's a she. I know. And it's not even like it's the one that I rescued that was living on my porch that got pregnant and then like I ended up taking her in. And I'm well aware she's a female, but I like even thought she was a male. I named her and she's got a male name. Um but I just look at him and he looks like a man. I don't know, it's a boy cat, but it's not a boy cat. Like, she's very much a mom. She had babies but I don't know, just, like, even certain babies, like, they'll look like a girl and it's like they look girly at first, and then other babies you're like, "No, it doesn't look like either one." And this cat just looks like a boy. It's very sweet, but cats are always female and dogs boys in my mind. See, it's funny how we just kind of default to that kind of thing. Baker, can you predict for us if Twisted Stripper will ever make it big and become famous on YouTube? Or if she'll ever hit the lottery and be able to finally have money one day? Baker, no pressure. Tell us. What would be nice thing to do? Karaoke to do a fundraiser for Aiden, Kelsey, and Karen. I don't know how we would do that though, because we'd have to do like community songs because we can't sing like regular songs because they would demonetize it. Also, I don't know how we would do that. But I like where your head's at. What's up, Courtney? How are you? Does anyone sleep? Can't this stuff happen during the daytime? No, because I work during the daytime. That same cat yells at me all the time. He is a prick. It's Valhalla and Danny's birthday forever. Yeah, I know. I was like, I had to text Valhalla. I was like, is it really your birthday? And he's like, no. I'm like, okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't going crazy. Pretty sure it was like a thing, but I wanted to make sure because then I'd feel really bad if it was your birthday and I didn't say happy birthday. Iris became a new member. Thank you so much, Iris. Welcome to the tribe. I drive a Subaru in April's place as a tribute too. I sent Baker a picture because he was always joking with April about Subarus, and it was like a couple months ago. And it said it was a Subaru, and it says not a lesbian. And then when April came back on to social media, I was like, Baker, send her that picture, and he didn't have it. So it was a good thought because it made me think of like him because he always makes fun of her for having a Subaru. Okay, someone needs to do a deep dive into that wilderness camp he was a counselor at. Yeah, I mean, it sounds funky. 13K. I don't know. I missed what this was about. Courtney, it's 8:49 a.m. here, and I haven't been to bed yet. Yes, we're pulling an all-nighter, guys. I feel it. I feel it. Expert, don't have him deported until he gives me singing lessons. Lauren equals no sleep, but I love her anyways. I know. I'm sorry, guys. I am sorry. She said that she has fives out there watching what we're all saying about her. Yeah, I'm sure she does. Hello. Like, again, what a life. Like, that's how you, like, dude, I don't know. Dude, like, I don't know. Like, it's like Jolene's dad. Like, It was so funny. I hadn't like put that with being an Aquarius, but like she's just like, I don't care. Like, I don't care what it and that's why I was like, when people come in and say stuff, I'm like, nothing you say is gonna affect me. Like it doesn't, I don't care. And I don't know if that has anything to do with being Aquarius, but I'm also very similar with when it comes to that, like, I don't care. Like, if they say something, I might correct something, but I also am gonna make fun of it and, like, make it like, "You look dumb." Like, "That's what you're spending your time doing?" Like, okay. Well, I'll just be out here living my life, and I feel sorry for you." Um, let's see. Okay, let's see. You doing White Claws? No, I have to work in the morning. Um, I had to delete that one silly autocorrect. Jess had spies watching all of us. Yes, her team. She's so official. And Good Morning America watches her and knew who she was, guys. Believes no one. Um, the panhandle. Can't handle the panhandler. Yeah. Yeah. Not a it's not a big place, guys. Like, that's what's funny. I don't think she realizes that. It's really not a big place. Um, so yeah. It's why did she make it a secret? Like, because she was like, "Don't tell anyone, I can't tell anyone," and then, like, she told everyone. Like, I was so confused. Ah, I don't know. You rescued a prego cat and thought it was a boy. No, no, no. This is, like, before, like, the cat was, like, very friendly, like, all the cats in this area there's, like, a lot of cats. People obviously get them as kittens, and then they just don't take care of them anymore, and they're all kinda, like, feral, but this cat was, like, super nice, and it would always come and see me, like, on the porch, and I just started naming ones that I would randomly see from time to time, and so I named this one, and I thought it was a boy at first, and then like, I don't know, like 6 months later, it showed up and I was like, "It looks kinda pregnant," and then it was, and then she ended up asking to come inside to have the babies, and I'm a big softie, so I let her, and so I, like, know she's a female, but, like, even still, when I look at it now, like, I it's she looks like a boy. It's just a boy. It looks like a boy cat, even though she's not. Um, good for her. She put up with that stupid post today on Twitter blaming oh, what happened? Oh, it jumped. Okay. She put up that stupid post today on Twitter blaming Aiden again for her downfall, and she continues to bait him every day. What the fuck does she expect from him? Of course, he is gonna do it and go off. Yeah, I know. I mean, this is the and I think she wants that because she's not getting the views. Like she obviously doesn't feel like very passionate about the Clancy case, even though she says she does. Like, and she's just not getting her views, and it's I mean, it's literally 50% of what she was getting because no one is like well, not no one, but, not many people are hate watching anymore, like, no one cares, like, so she wants to be relevant again, and, like, she came and posted shit on my Twitter and all of that, and, like, I don't know, that'd be the day I, like, sought out someone to post something on their Twitter, like, something that I had taken time out of my day to make, like, get a life. Like again, I don't know. What's up, Stacy? How are you? Hello. Um, Iris. Yeah, she needs to feel important. Yeah, yeah. She seeks all of the validation for sure. Um. mm, 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 mm. Super inaccurate spies is correct. Shout out Ocean. Yes. Yes. I did hear, like, I haven't heard, like, some of her stuff from today, only what Jolene showed, and then, like, one clip where she was saying something about, Jemmy's the reason the connection with Jolene, right? Like, I'm like, "No, that's some crazy stuff Ocean's said." Like, it's like, "Hey, I don't know if you've heard of a huge murder case, called Karen Reed. People were following it, like, not just people in Massachusetts, kind of was nationwide, guys. Like, surprise!" And, there just so happens to be other stories, like Turtle Boy's story that's intertwined in that, and people know about it. Like, yeah. So, like, these people are you just can't make sense of any of it. Exactly. She's burning the whole world down. If she weren't such a nasty human, I might feel bad. Yeah, like, yeah. Yeah, it's quite, and she's talking about, like, "Oh, oh, yeah, like, well, I know that you guys in the chat are scared, of people being mean to you and doxing you." I'm like, "No, you dox people. You gave what you thought was, like, some mic drop moment of mine that wasn't a mic drop moment to Aiden's ex-girlfriend to do what she does with." Like, "Huh? Pot, this is kettle." Like, these people are nuts. Like, nuts. We're talking pregnant cats at 3 a.m. We are. Baker, clearly you didn't rescue cats. It happens all the time. No, Baker puts them in barrels and hits the barrels. I'm still scarred by that story. I don't like it whatsoever. Apparently they do that there in Belgium. I don't know. Scares me. Um, anyone else predicting an intimate divorce? I don't wanna wish that upon anyone, but it's a weird dynamic, and it's weird that they do it online. Super weird, but I don't know. Um, did she actually apologize to BLT like people are saying? I highly doubt that, but who knows? I mean, it's crazy. What are we filling you in about? You gotta fill me in too, apparently. Hi, Timely Manner. Uh, Melissa, LOL, when she will have to pay him money. Yeah. Oh, the article TB wrote about her. He took it down, like trying to be a good sport about it because she made a huge deal about it. But even she said, like, it was all true what he said. So, like, I'm not sure what she's like mad about because her own words is that it was all true. Um, something about COVID or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Um, I'm sure, like, I think people still have it, but he took it down off his site. Olivia Nile, pretty sure Jolene covered the TBMO restraining order hearing, among other things. Karen Reed related. She did. I haven't watched that. Like, once I have, I don't know. I don't want to get sick, but at some point, we all get sick. And I feel like that's definitely one of the things I'll be watching when I'm recovering from whatever flu I have or whatever. That's on my list though, because I'm sure that was pretty, pretty funny. Um, Benadryl and melatonin are no friends of mine. Yeah, it's funny how different things affect different people. Sav says, I'm pretty sure she was extra angry today because of Aiden saying he called Nurse Kim and then spoke and made up privately. Yeah, and I'm so glad that they did. Like, um, and I can't imagine that she liked that either. Yeah. uh, Selfish, like I said earlier, push the two twin beds together only on anniversary and birthdays. I know it burned her up that Aiden made peace with Nurse Kim. Just, you won't get that kind of grace. You're not exactly pleasant. Yeah, and like I said before, Nurse Kim is a good person. I love Nurse Kim. Courtney, I think she made some ratchet comments about teachers' salaries or something. That I do think is part of it. And then there was something about COVID and she had like a party or something. I don't remember, but I do believe there was some really gross stuff about teachers' salaries. Like, pay the teachers, okay? Pay the teachers, pay the nurses, pay them all the monies. Yeah, and she never cried. Yeah, she was ridiculous. Southwest Florida. Good morning. Poop time. Courtney, Lauren, I hope you feel better. Didn't know you were sick. No, I'm not sick. Knock on wood. But I'm saying, like honestly, I don't know the last time I have been sick. It's been years. Thankfully, but I know I'm due at some point. And so like I can see myself that would be something that is on my list to watch. But there's so many other things, but like, when you're sick, you're binge watching a whole bunch of stuff and whatever, and so that will be on my binge watch stuff if I ever get sick. You're up early. Good morning, sunshine. I know. Some nights it'd be like that. It'd be like that. No, you stay. The poor people are coming in. I feel sorry for you. I know. Fortunately, I don't need a lot of sleep. And I'll be fine. Like I was part of something when I was in the abusive marriage that I was in. I didn't sleep. I would sleep maybe 1 hour a night. And I just learned to kind of get along with that and all of that. And I sleep better now, but like I still have trouble sometimes. But I'll be fine. I'll be good. I know, poor Valhalla. Fish leader. Oh man. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, this is good to know. Okay. Southwest Florida usually listens to Baker replay while pooping. See, people have schedules. Baker, why it's important for you to stay to your schedule because then people's schedule and their bowel movements are on time. That's important. See, maybe if Machado would do that, she wouldn't have to have the coffee every morning to stay regular. I don't know. Just a thought. Don't pay the teachers and steal from the veterans, Machado motto. Yes, in her campaign, she was shitting on teachers too. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, like, teachers don't get paid anything, and the difference that they can make in a child's life. Again, tell me nothing about you and then tell me everything about you by something like that. Like, that's gross. Uh, uh, uh. It's true, Iris. It's true, but I never sleep a whole lot, and somehow I haven't been sick. I was caught up on my comments and I was like, all right, cool. I don't have anything else to say, but then you guys are commenting. So I'm here. Just makes me realize I'm blessed to have friends in real life. Oh my God, you're not kidding. I really feel like that is a lot of the problem for me, in my opinion. Like, I don't know, like, when I'm driving, I like to call some of my friends and talk to them, but when she's driving, she likes to live stream and talk to her friends that she's never probably gonna be. I mean, look, I that's okay sometimes, but, like, the fact that you do it every single time you get in the car is weird. Like, it's weird. You're not having, like, real friends. It's weird. Yeah, insomniacs. 3 to 4 hours, if that. Uh-huh. Yep. Lauren, Elaine on Seinfeld, and you looked like sisters yesterday with your hair up. You know what's funny, Southwest, is I get that quite a bit. Um, I don't see it, but I get it quite a bit. Like, I've heard it, oh, I don't know, probably 10 times. So it's funny, you're not the first person to say that. Um, Timely manner. It's only 8 PM here. It's so early. What's up, Jen? Yes, we are alive. We were gonna end it, and then the chat's being, so responsive and chatty, and we've just been talking and all of the things. So we are still live. Um, I'll forgive you for ruining my entertainment. I'll just stare at the sky and count the stars or the satellites. Ruin my Christmas. I fell asleep reading shut off Wi-Fi, put phone in microwave. See, and Chastity's like, when I drive, I want to be left alone. And I know a lot of people like that too. Like, they just want to zone out and like put the music on and whatever. Yes, for sure. Yeah, for 3 hours. And sometimes longer, Iris. Sometimes it's really long. Oof. What's up, Naira? Yes, we are here. Awake. I know. We just got to talking, and here we are. Back to bed for me. Okay, good night. Good night, Courtney. I will be right behind you more than likely because I should probably try to get that hour of sleep. Let's see. Wait, what happened? Somebody went on Randall's show? I can't keep up. I can't keep up. Like, I need to watch so many things. Is this another one I need to watch? The other Mary B went on Randall's show? And what happened? So confused. Iris, when I drive, I need music. I get so mad if someone calls. Yeah. Yeah. Like, when I'm in music mode, yeah, I'm like, I'm digging this song. I'm digging this album. Like, stop it. Don't call. St. George Island, Florida hubby anniversary with dog soon. Have you been there? It's 5 hours from here, Lauren. Do you recommend St. George? That sounds familiar. Let me look where it is and then I can tell you. I'm a beach snob. I will tell you that. I am a beach snob. Okay, where is it at? I feel like I went to it, but it was like a long time ago when I was younger. No, I just want to see a map. Okay, so it's close-ish to Port St. Joe. I don't think I have been to that. No, I don't think so. We used to go to Port St. Joe a lot in the summer when I was little. I wasn't a huge fan of that place, but I have not been to St. George. It looks cute. I am personally a beach snob, like just because of the water. I love any beach because I love water, but I am spoiled down here with having so many days of like crystal clear water that unless it's pretty water, I don't really like it. Now, my one cat's awake and was apparently hanging out in the curtains. Um, I'm not like a huge fan. But like the town may be cool. But if that's like not your thing, then like, but I'm looking at like some of these pictures and it does look like a cute little town. So, um, but I don't think I have been here. So you'll have to tell me all about it. Hello, Nefarious. Hello. Thanks, Lauren. We're doing this. I enjoy you. Yes, you're welcome. I enjoy you. Melissa. Chastity. I tossed and turned for 4 hours, took another one. By the end, I had taken 3. Oh my God. Never touched them again. I'm assuming we're talking sleeping pills. But it is very frustrating to toss and turn for hours. Like, frustrating. What? Rat House, Mary? Yeah, I'm not sure. I am not sure. Okay. Randall is intimidated. Yes. But which Mary? And was it tonight? And what do I need to watch? Iris, the other Mary B. Okay, how did it go? Was there like what was talked about? Tell me everything. I wrote free Turtle Boy, and I think I may need to hire security now. He freaks out. Like he can't handle anything in his chat. Like it's actually worse than Machado with her chat. He can't handle anything in his chat. It's really weird. Lauren, get some beauty sleep. 5 minutes will do to top you up. Thank you. You're very kind. Way too kind. I don't know why anyone entertains the hood boogers. You cannot argue with assholes like them. The followers are mean, ruthless. Yeah, that's the problem. Is like people like that, people like 7-Eleven. You can't reason with unreasonable people. So it's I tend to agree. Hellfish Haven, 900 jewels. Thank you. A duckling. I wish that it would show you on here, but thank you so much. I'm new to the jewels, but they're exciting. Thank you guys. We did make it out. I got out when Mary B did. No Man Left Behind. Excellent. What did it go okay? Like what was there like was it like a smoothing over? Was it like what were we discussing? Let's see. Okay, Livia's right here. So Livia's just like my cat is right here right now. And blocking my screen. Okay, let's see. They did just talk in circles about Ray. Then they wanted answers for Turtle Boy's actions. Dude, that and then the chat was so rude to Mary B. Can't be rude to Mary B. So I said to be nice, and I don't know why I did that. LOL, dumb, because you're a nice person. Yeah, his chats. It's I hope James Jackson and J7 get married while they host Justice show next week. I don't think that's gonna happen. Free Jake, absolutely. Yep. Dodo, thanks, Lauren. Take care of everyone. See you later somewhere. Thank you, Dodo. Good to see you, my friend. I've got a California Raisin version of Mike JFK Kev to be released in the morning. Oh my goodness, this sounds fantastic. Then I just trolled after that and we left. They ended good, not on bad terms. Agree to disagree. You know, JFK won't budge on anything. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was everything they did to Ray was gross. It was just awful. Yeah, fake lie detector test. That was literally laughable. Mm, mm, mm. Honda Beach in the Keys still amazing. I could live there. It's been a while since I visited. So I have only been to the Keys once, and I think we just went to the wrong spot. It was when I was younger, probably like 12. And the water wasn't anything spectacular. It could have just been like a hit or miss, or we could have just been in the wrong spot. But I mean, I hear great things. And it was a really cool little town. I remember I really liking the little town, but I'm sure there's some gorgeous spots there. Good night, Iris. Thanks for coming by. Good to see you. Good night, Nix. Get some rest. I will be wrapping up here myself, guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging with me. Yeah, they're again, they have to talk about people to, you know, it's silly. And I don't, like I've seen some really mean stuff from them. Like there's just no need to be that mean about stuff. It's really not. Mm, mm, mm. All right, guys, I am gonna get some sleep. By sleep, I mean like an hour. We will if depending on how work goes tomorrow, I will try to probably do a live because I know that there's a couple little things new for the Nolan Wells case, and so I will just kind of brush up on that. We'll probably do a follow-up on that. And yeah, so I will try to see you guys tomorrow. Everyone have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope everyone is able to get some sleep. I hope you get to sleep in. I will be so envious. All right. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Justice for Kelsey. Keep that fire burning bright. Justice for Turtle Boy. Truth still putting up a fight. Lauren's got the receipts and that real CSI edge. Common sense investigator coming in hot, no pledge. Teeth blinding white, smile straight, kill it clean. Girl don't need no milk, she's already pristine. Facts on deck, no fear, no holding back. Roll the credits, we'll catch you on the next one.